we've got some folks that are varying ranges of disagreeing with us, so I want to share that with you guys. Some dude, literally, okay, that's his handle, on our member section, writes in, so the TYT position is the progressive message should not reach the Fox viewers unfiltered. Bernie should be denied an opportunity to address conservatives inside their bubble. I disagree. Okay, I hear you, brother. So I'm not saying Bernie should not go and do interviews there, but understand that they're going to try to frame Bernie, and they're going to try to frame him the worst possible way. They're going to say, well, since you're a communist like Fidel Castro and Nicolas Maduro, how do you plan on destroying the American government? That's going to be they're not going to be that unsubtle, but that is going to be the essence of their framing, okay? And they keep thinking that the Fox News audience is persuadable. I'm not convinced that that's true at all.
Yeah, look,
there's not like a huge swath of independents in the Fox News audience.
So look, that part I don't know, because while I agree that the majority of their audience is right wing and they've been drinking that Kool-Aid for a while and it's hard to convince them otherwise, I don't know how many people are independents who, aren't as engaged in politics and still think that Fox News might be fair. The issue here is, will the debates be covered fairly? Will they go down fairly? And given the fact that in the past, just in the past general election, they gave the questions to Trump ahead of time. Just given that fact alone, do you really trust them to do their jobs fairly? Come on.
And now Steve N makes a good point. I know what a lot of you are thinking, and he says, Fox News is definitely biased, but let's not pretend that CNN and MSNBC aren't biased too.
They are.
And in some ways, those debates will be skewed even more against Bernie Sanders. Not against the Democratic ideas as much, but man, they love the establishment Democrats, and man, they can't stand Bernie Sanders. And did CNN do the same thing that Fox did? Yeah, they gave questions to Hillary Clinton ahead of time. Donna Brazile did. And so we uncovered that, and we were right about that. And so they've got their own set of issues. I'm just saying, we don't need to walk into an ambush not realizing it's an ambush. And if you watch cable news right now, everybody's like, what do you mean ambush? What do you mean? Fox is gonna ask them questions straight up.
So that last tweet, I definitely agree with, and there needs to be some thinking outside of the box to find solutions to this. And I think the thinking outside of the box is what scares cable news the most, because I would argue that none of these outlets are really that credible, right?
And if you're gonna get one that is so pro-establishment like CNN, you should at a bare minimum do one that is progressive, like the Young Turks. Now, why does the DNC give all the debates to major cable news? Well, one of the reasons is audience. I understand that. On the other hand, if there was a presidential debate online, first of all, almost anywhere, let alone the Young Turks, it would be gigantic. Now, part of the reason is they're framing it. The second reason is, well, we know all those guys are establishment, so that is a way of skewing the debates against the progressives and in favor of the establishment. So if the DNC actually wants to be fair to all the candidates, the next step they should do is have a debate on Young Turks or Democracy Now, an organization you could trust to be progressive. The Intercept, maybe we do one that's combined. Will they do that? Never. They'd rather have one on Fox News than have it on a progressive outlet. Look, maybe we can change their minds between now and when they have their debates, but that's the real question. Okay, now last thing here is another Merkus writes in, I think the DNC is banning debates on Fox to keep Republicans from supporting Bernie. Look, I don't know if they're that clever at the DNC.
Doubt it, yeah.
Okay, I think that they're just responding to pressure from the base who goes, are you nuts?
Right.
Why would we even consider this? So look, if you want to put pressure on the DNC to actually have a debate on a progressive outlet, that makes all the sense in the world. And if they think that the MSNBC is a real progressive outlet, that's kind of hilarious. Will Joe Scarborough be part of the panel? Oh, but he doesn't like Trump. Will Nicole Wallace be part of the panel? Is Hugh Hewitt still on there? Will he be part of the panel? This is not a progressive organization. In fact, if you asked MSNBC, are you guys progressives? They would say no. So you should actually have, isn't that amazing that the Democrats will hold a debate, will not hold a single debate on a news organization that has a progressive perspective? That's weird. Whereas the Republicans, half their debates are on Fox News.
And look, maybe if you insist on continuing the debates on these outlets, on these cable news shows, or outlets, I should say, maybe you have some sort of independent review involved, right? Maybe an individual who has expertise in journalistic ethics is involved in the process to ensure that it's genuinely fair and the framing isn't set in a way that favors one candidate over the other. I'm just saying right now there's no accountability. I mean, they get to do whatever they want. They get to frame it however they want. They get to feed questions to candidates that they like, right? And that happened on the Democratic side as well with Donna Brazile and Hillary Clinton. So look, those are issues and they matter. And it's amazing to me that we're about to repeat the exact same mistakes again.
Last one from Twitter. T. Joyce 1971 writes in, why would the Dems even consider a debate on a platform that gets its marching orders from Trump? I mean, it's such a simple question. Doesn't that make all the sense in the world? All right, look guys, though, I appreciate everyone who emails in or sends in comments during the show because we do this show together, whether you agree or disagree. Hashtag TYT Live on Twitter when we're live 6 to 8 or now 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're a member, we do prefer your comments. We read your comments first, tyt.com/join to become a member. But this is not just us. This is not one-way communication and we're just talking to you from the mountaintop. We're interacting and we're incredibly responsive to our members. So thank you for sharing those comments. And let's keep doing the Young Turks together. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.